I ain't never seen the sky in my life. Look how bright the sky is. Am I tripping? If I'm tripping, tell me I'm tripping. If I'm tripping, tell me I'm tripping. But what is that? I ain't crazy. I promise y'all, I ain't crazy.
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Shalom, Kohalo, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and infinite salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad doing this work in truth and sincerity. All right, and I came across this video. All right, and the title is Jake standing under massive UFO. Lift up your heads. Okay, and you see, you got this what I perceive to be an Israelite man, standing under this giant UFO, which these UFOs are the chariots of the Most High God. Okay, these are the vehicles of the angels. And when Yahweh Shai comes back, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, he's going to come back on a fathership. Okay, the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 13 explains it to look like a mountain. Okay, but these vehicles are all throughout the scriptures, man. All right, and you're having a lot of so-called UFO sightings in the last days, which is a major sign that we're in the last days, seeing these different UFO sightings and things of that nature. All right, and this is our redemption. This is how the elect is going to be saved, and we're seeing a lot more UFO sightings as the days go on, and the Lord told us that there will be signs in the heaven, man. All right, so and this, look at this. All right, this UFO takes up the whole sky, man. All right, and they got different ships out there, man. They got different UFOs out there that are bigger than the earth. All right, so Esau, the so-called white man, and his military does not stand a chance against the Lord and his army, man. All right, against Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, and the host of heaven, the angels, because that's who travels in these vehicles, man. And this is how the elect is going to be redeemed. So back to Luke 21 and 28, it says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. All right. When these things begin to come to pass, when all the prophecies start happening, which they're happening now, Yahweh Shai said, look up. And one of the reasons, he said, look up is because you'll see these different UFOs in the sky, man. We've had many camps, okay, where UFOs or chariots will fly over us at camp while we're, teaching, doing the work of Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai, man. All right, even if you go outside, I'm sure, through the spirit, after I do this video, I'm probably going to step outside and, just look up, and 9 times out of 10, I'm sure there's going to be a chariot that flies by, man. You just got to be patient. All right, these UFOs are out there, man. All right, which UFO stands for what? Unidentified flying object, which now Esau calls them an aerial phenomenon, but We know these as IFOs. Okay, identifiable flying object. All right, so let's we're living in some exciting times, man. All right, and we're gonna see some things that is completely out of this world, man. Let's go to this real quick. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. All right, and when these people, these Edomites, especially these heathens and these other nations, and even 2/3 of our own people, when they see the salvation that's coming, it's gonna, make people go crazy, so to say. All right, because it's gonna be something out of a science fiction movie, and they got a saying, "Truth is stranger than fiction." Okay, truth is stranger than fiction because the truth is that these UFOs are going to be showing themselves more, and these are the holy angels, man. All right, and the Messiah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, he's going to come back on a giant so-called UFO. The scriptures call it a cloud, okay, or a whirlwind, all right, or a mountain, all right, a stone cut without hands. All right, these ships are here, man. All right, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. And that's what we do. We stand boldly and we're telling Esau, Edom, these damn crackers that they're going down. He's about to be a slave, right? The American government and all these different governments of the world, they're going to be destroyed by our Lord, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. All right. It says, and when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Yeah, when they see what? When they see the salvation that's coming to the Israelites, which we know that the Israelites are the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American man, women, and child. We are the Israelites. Okay. And the elect is going to be delivered by these so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of God, okay, the vehicles of God. All right, you got a vehicle, right? As a human, you can get to point A to point B. You don't think the Most High has vehicles? Okay, spiritual vehicles, these chariots, man. All right, it says, and when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Yeah, when they start seeing these UFOs, when they see the fathership crack the sky, man, it's gonna be, literally out of this world, man. Something this world has never seen. And the brother Tazier from the camp here, we was talking about it yesterday at camp, like the sounds of that chariot, man, when it's gonna be heavenly sounds. It's like, when it comes, it's gonna be something you never heard before, or seen. So it's gonna be a heavenly deliverance coming to the elect. All right. See, the elect is going to go out in style, man. We're going to be delivered. The Most High is going to deliver us in style. He's going to deliver his elect in style, man. All right. Being beamed up into a so-called UFO as missiles, ICBM missiles are being shot over here to America, man. Sirens are going off. People screaming, killing each other. All right. All these nations are shooting nuclear weapons. And then the fathership, Yahweh Shai, is going to come and gather his elect. All right, let me actually grab that. This is Matthew 24 and 30. It says, I'm going to start at 29. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days, the time of Jacob's trouble, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. All right. because Yahweh is gonna send his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, back, and he's gonna, he gonna crack the sky, man. You're gonna come from, the fourth dimension. You're gonna literally come from the sky. Okay. It says, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. All right. See, now the wacky tacky Christians, they'll tell you, oh yeah, Jesus, he's gonna come back he's gonna be on a cloud. There's gonna be horses, and no, this is all symbolic. This is parabolic, and it's talking about the clouds represent the chariots. Let's prove that. This is the book of Psalms 104:3. It says, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. So the clouds, sometimes when you read the scriptures and it says, a cloud, or Yahweh Shai, the Lord is going to come on a cloud, or they were taken up into the cloud, it's talking about a so-called UFO, a chariot. Okay. And we always go into that old spiritual song that our ancestors sang while they were in the cotton fields, and in the field slaving away. They would sing that song, swing low sweet chariot. All right, which goes to show you, during that time we knew about the so-called UFOs being chariots. Okay, but it says and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Right, Yahweh Shai is going to come back with power and glory that this world has never seen before, man. All right, and you better believe that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and these armies around the world, they're going to try to fight Yahweh Shai when he comes back, man. All right, they're going to try to fight. All right, but they're going to be all destroyed. All right, all these armies of the earth are going to be destroyed by the power of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, man. All right, it says, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Right, by way of these different chariots. All right, the angels are going to be sent to gather the elect. Now, in Revelation, it says that we're going to be beamed up into one cloud. Let's go there real quick. Revelation, one ship, one gigantic ship. All right, Revelation, what is it? There it is. Revelation 11 and 13, actually 11 and 12. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven. Okay, they being the elect. Okay, the 144,000, 12,000 men from each of the 12 tribes of Israel. And then you have the 1/3 men, women, and children that are going to be delivered. Okay, so the elect heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. Okay, and the elect is actually going to hear this voice in the Hebrew. Okay, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. All right, this cloud is a so-called UFO. All right, it says, and their enemies beheld them. Yeah, they're going to be troubled with terrible fear, like we just read in Wisdom of Solomon. All right, and these vehicles are beyond what in the laws of physics. Okay, they're beyond this earthly realm, so they can do things that can't be comprehended. All right, it says, in the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven. All right, so as the elect are getting beamed into this fathership, when Yahweh Shai comes back, missiles are going to be raining on America, man. All right, people are going to be, getting caught on fire by these ICBM missiles, man. And America is going to be a lake of fire. All right, and then that's when John the Revelator, he said, he saw the sea of glass, mingle with fire. Let me go to that real quick, because John the Revelator, he's of the elect. All right, and he's back on earth today prophesying. All right, and when it's all said and done, he's gonna be in that fathership. All right, and he had a vision of that. Revelation 15:1. And I saw another great sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled the wrath of the Most High. Which the final plague that the Lord is going to send is the nuclear destruction, bro. Right? These missiles are going to be shot off, and you see what's going on around the world with the rumors of wars, Israel and Iran, Russia, Ukraine, America. All right, you got China, Taiwan, you got all these different wars. It's going to turn nuclear. Okay, that's Bible prophecy. It says, and I saw, Revelation 15:2, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. All right, and what is John the Revelator seeing? Well, that's him, being above the firmament. Okay, that sea of glass is the firmament, and it says mingle with fire because he's seeing America on fire. He's looking at the lake of fire. Okay, because he's beamed up into the ship, and these the chariots, man, they're out of this world. So the chariots it's going to look like you're floating up in space. Okay, but really you're in a giant ship. Okay, it's just going to look like you're floating up there. All right, you're going to be able to look down and see America on fire. That's for the elect. What did the scriptures say? Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked man. It says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, the firmament, above the firmament, in the ship, having the harps of the Most High. And they sang the song of Moses, the servant of the Lamb, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord God, Yahweh Shai, Almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. All right. So, I mean, that's heavy, man. All right. That's the salvation that's coming to Israel, being beamed into this fathership, man. It's going to be out of this world. All right. And this is what we're fighting and praying for, that the Most High deliver us, man. Because, man, the day of the Lord is going to be a scary day, man. All right. It's going to be a nerve-wracking, scary day, even for the elect. Okay. Because, we're the hopeful elect. We're going to be hoping and praying, literally hoping and praying that the Most High deliver us. When them nuclear sirens go off, man, we're going to be here on this earth, and that's going to be a real day. One day we're going to wake up. The microchip's going to be enforced. Obviously, that comes first. And, shortly after that, one day you're going to wake up and nuclear missiles are going to be coming, okay, over to America. And you're going to have sirens going off. And during that time, we're going to be praying to the Most High to deliver us. And whoever the elect is, they're going to be gathered up. All right. And we caught up into heaven simultaneously. All right. The last second, by the skin of your teeth, as the scriptures say. Scriptures tell you the righteous shall scarcely be saved. So whoever the elect is, you barely going to make it. All right. If we be the elect, we barely going to make it out of here, man. We're going to be, hey, man, you best believe you're going to be fearing, for your life. Praying that the Most High have mercy upon you, that your sacrifice is worthy, man. Because everybody else that is not of the elect is going to be melted here, burnt. All right, let's get that account. Let's go to, I got 2 Ezra 13. I'm going to read it in the GNT, okay? 2 Ezra 13:1, it says, the 7 days passed, and the following night I had a dream. All right, so the prophet Ezra is having a dream. It says, in my dream, I saw a wind coming up out of the sea and stirring up great waves. All right, and this sea is representing, the water above, because remember, the Lord is going to come from the heavens. Okay, it says, As I watched, the wind brought with it out of the sea what looked like a man, and he was flying on the clouds. All right, which is the that fathership. It says when he turned his face, everything. It says everything he looked at began to tremble, and when he spoke, everyone his voice melted like wax in a fire. All right, so people are gonna. Scriptures tell you that man's heart failing them for fear. Okay, for the things that are coming upon earth, man. People are gonna be having heart attacks when this fathership, bro. When Yahushua comes back and this giant UFO cracks the sky, the scriptures tell you every eye shall see him. Everybody gonna see it. Everybody's gonna see it. People are literally gonna be dropping dead from heart attacks, man. All right, it's gonna be such a fearful thing. It says, and when he spoke, everyone who heard his voice melted like wax in a fire. Verse 5, I looked again and saw a crowd too large to count. They were people gathered together from all parts of the world to fight against the man who had come up out of the sea. All right, and this is going into the other armies, the armies of the earth, Esau's armies of these different militaries, right? They're going to try to fight Yahushai, which is the man who came up out of the sea. That's Yahushai. You're going to try to fight him, all right? With their fighter jets and their militaries. Verse 6, then I watched the man carve out a high mountain and fly up on it. And this high mountain, this represents the big UFO, okay? It says, I tried to see the place or the region from which the mountain was carved, but I couldn't, right? That's how big this fathership is. You can't even see the end of it, It just looked like it went on forever. That's how big this ship is. It says, then I saw that the people who had come together to make war against him were terrified, but they still prepared to fight him, right? Because remember, Yahweh is a man of war, okay? So even though these people are going to be terrified, the Most High is going to control these people to still try to fight. The Most High likes a good fight. So he's going to control these people to fight these militaries, all right? Even though they don't want to fight, the Most High is going to make them. Bro, that's terrifying, man. That's terrifying. Let's read that again. It says, verse 8, then I saw that all the people who had come together to make war against him were terrified, but they still prepared to fight him. When the man saw the great crowd advancing to attack him, so when Yahushai saw the people come to attack him, right? He did not take up any weapons. The only thing I saw was that what looked like a stream of fire coming out of his mouth, all right, which is that laser. Remember these UFOs, the fathership is going to have a gigantic laser, concentrated fire. It says, he sent a flaming wind from his lips and a storm of sparks from his tongue. The stream of fire, the flaming wind, and the great storm combined and swept down on the crowd that was coming to attack him and burned them all up. In a single moment, that crowd, too large to count, vanished, and there was nothing left but powdery ashes and smell of smoke. I mean, you got to envision that. You got to vision that. You got all these armies and militaries coming to fight Yahushai, and then at the snap of a finger, Yahushai literally melts them all. Okay? To the point where all you see is ashes and smell of smoke. That's terrifying. That's so much power that the Lord is coming back with, man. Okay? It says, I was shocked when I saw what had happened. And you better believe everybody on earth is going to be shocked. And see, the prophet Ezra, he got a vision of this. All right? It says, then I saw the man, which is Yahushai, come down from the mountain and call another large crowd to come to him. This was a peace-loving crowd. This is the elect. all sorts of people came, which is also pretty much when it says all sorts of people, it's talking about all the Israelites from the other nations. Okay, some were happy, some were sad, some had their hands and feet tied, and some brought others as a gift to the Lord. Right. So this is gonna be a dreadful day, man. I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna read a little bit more. The subheading, it says the interpretation of the vision. I was so frightened that I woke up. I prayed to the Most High and said, Lord, you have been showing me all these marvelous things. You have considered me worthy and have heard my prayers. Now, please show me the meaning of this dream also. I have been thinking about how terrible it will be for people who will be living in those days, but how much worse for those who do not survive. They will be in great sorrow because they will not enjoy any of the pleasures reserved for the last days, right? Because the elect is going to be kept safe, all right? There's going to be pleasures that are coming to the elect very soon. It says, but how terrible also for those who do survive. They will have to face great dangers and many troubles, as these dreams have shown. Nevertheless, it is better to pass through these dangers and reach the end than to disappear like a cloud from this world and never see what takes place in the last days. So even though the elect, the hopeful elect, we got to catch hell, we got to go through all this shit, it's better than, dying and perishing. Okay. We want to witness this. Okay. Even though it's going to be hard times and dangerous and many troubles, the Lord is going to be with us, man. All right. So it's going to be a roller coaster. Let's see. I'm going to jump. Verse 25. This is the meaning of the vision. The man you saw coming up out of the sea represents the one whom the Most High has kept ready for many ages, which is his son, Yahushua. Okay. He will free the world he created and establish the new order for those who survive, which when you go to this, the word world, okay, it's really talking about the Israelites, okay, starting with the elect. And he's going to establish the true new world order for those who survive, okay? The Most High is going to, establish that new covenant. All right, it says, you saw the wind, fire, and storm going out of the man's mouth, and you saw that without use of a spear or any other weapon, he destroyed the great crowd that was advancing to attack him. And that's pretty much it. This means that the time is near when Yahweh will begin to free the people on earth. At that time, everyone will be close to panic. All right, they kind of go off on that. But we coming into some crazy times, man. All right, let me grab this. This is Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. With flames of fire, the Most High is going to come to send fire on the earth, man. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slaying of the Lord shall be many. All right, for by fire and his sword, the sword represents these ICB, the missiles, all right, and also these the chariots, okay, are going to be getting down, man. Lasers are going to be getting shot. People are going to be turning to Himalayan salt, okay, turn to dust. All right, so let me play the video one more time.
I ain't never seen no in the sky in my life. Look how bright the sky is. Am I tripping? If I'm tripping, tell me I'm tripping. If I'm tripping, tell me I'm tripping. Well, what is that? I ain't crazy. I'm promise y'all, I ain't crazy.
All right, so with that, call Lord Yahweh Bashmi Rashad. Next time, Shalom.